Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about a recent addition, September 2021, to the Criterion Collection. And this is a film that was originally released in the year 2000, Love and Basketball. And this stars Omar Epps and Sanaa Lathan. Written and directed by Gina Prince-Blythewood. And as the title indicates, this is both a love story and an basketball story, a story of athletes. Probably, first of all, a love story. And it's really interesting in that aspect in particular because it involves the evolution of friendship into love. And whether can we still be friends when we're in love. And it is structured as a basketball game, so we have 4 quarters. We have first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. First quarter is Quentin and Monica as, I would say they're probably 10, 11 years old when they first meet. She moves into the neighborhood and she dresses, she's a tomboy, she wears a baseball cap. 3 boys are at the playground playing basketball. One of them is Quentin. She wants to play with, sure, come on, and she takes her cap off. They see she's a girl, but they soon learn that she has the skill set to compete with them. So, and in this childhood, the second quarter then becomes the high school, third quarter college, fourth quarter young adulthood. So we see an evolution of their friendship, their love as it develops through their lives. And in these early scenes, Monica has moved into the neighborhood. She lives right next door to Quentin. Their bedrooms face each other. This is kind of like an our town kind of situation where the two of them really bond together. When they have problems, they knock on each other's windows, come on outside, let's talk. They're away from their parental authority. They can discuss things that mean something to them without the fear of parental disapproval. So a very close bond unites them as well, obviously, as their love of basketball and their hopes and their dreams. Quentin's father is an NBA star. And he has inherited his father's athletic ability, and he is very successful on every level that he plays at. Monica, on the other hand, is a girl, and she doesn't have, this is the pre-WNBA days, so she can dream to be a high school star and a college star. But there's nothing beyond that for Monica, at least in the United States. So as they develop their relationship, and Monica remains, she's not girly, so her relationship with her mother suffers because her mother, played by Alfred Woodward, in really good performance, she doesn't understand Monica's athletic, but why don't you want to be a girl? She wants to put her in dresses and go to dances and be like all the other girls. But that's not who Monica is. And the great appeal of Monica is that she's real. She's true to herself. There's no pretension to her. That's what draws Quentin to her as well as the audience. So as the movie develops, their relationship develops, Quentin starts to go one way, Monica is left behind, but she does become a star. And even though there's no WNBA, there is a women's league in Europe, so she does go to Europe to play. And the WNBA is a big milestone in love and basketball, and as well as a kind of illustration of family dynamics. And I think that's very good because although Monica's mother does not encourage her in her basketball dreams, her father does. Her father sees the real worth in Monica and Monica's dreams. Let her do what she wants to do. And in the final quarter of the film, we get that moment, I think that most people have when they become adults and they start to look at their parents with different eyes. So they may be disappointed with them as they're growing up. Why aren't they perfect? Why do you do this? In Monica's case, her mother sort of serves whatever interest her father gives to her, and without any kind of argument. That's her job in life, to be a housewife. She actually lives at home and to take care of the kids. Monica has a sister as well, who is girly and does get the mother's approval. But then there's the moment where both Quentin and in particular Monica see their parents in a different eye as they become adults, and they see them, and they still see them as parents, but now they see them as human beings. And there's a very good moment, I think, in the fourth quarter where that happens. And we get on this Criterion release, we get two commentaries, and they're from 2000, so we don't get new commentaries, but we get two, and both of them feature Gina Prince-Blythewood. I only listened to the one with Sanaa Lathan, and I have to say right here, Sanaa Lathan gives an extraordinary performance as Monica. And they discuss how she was cast. She wasn't really an athlete, but she's very convincing in the movie. She actually trained with a basketball trainer for 2 months before the movie was filmed, but it was still a rough go, you know, because obviously you have to. These are not basketball players, but they're playing basketball players of extraordinary talent. So then the other extra that I really liked on this Criterion release was a contemporary to our time, I think it's 2021. And this is a commentary between Gina Prince-Blythewood and WNBA legend Cheryl Swoops and an actor-producer, Lena Waithe. And they talk about the challenges that women, and in all three of their cases, black women, have to succeed in what is basically a world dominated by men. Certainly in Prince-Blythewood's case, it was making a film. She in a world where women directors, and certainly black women directors, were pretty rare. She had gone to film school. She herself was a terrific athlete, and she ran on the track team. She was a terrific basketball player as well. So it was very much of Gina in Monica in this film, and I think that accounts for the great depth of feeling, partially accounts for the great depth of feeling you feel in Sanaa Lathan's performance. And we also get a fold out, and it sort of is consistent with the artwork as always in a Criterion release, and we get. I love this shot. I think this is a terrific shot that they included, and this is Monica as a young girl, and we also get an essay by Roxane Gay, and now anybody who watches my videos know that I'm a big fan of the essay Black on White, so that could easy to read. So overall, I think this is a real crowd pleaser kind of movie in the Criterion Collection. It would be in part of the crowd pleaser. I checked with my niece, because I had never actually, I have to admit, until this year, I had never heard of Love and Basketball. My niece loves the film, and when movie theaters reopened in 2021 and didn't have many new movies to show, they were showing some older movies that they thought would be popular. And Love and Basketball in the local AMC where I live, Love and Basketball was being offered. So that'll about wrap this one up. Thanks as always for everybody who managed to listen to me this far. It's very much appreciated. Comments are welcome, and I will catch you next time.